What is going on, guys? DBG here, and this is a video that I made early on in the year. I made 6 months into the year, which is 3 months ago, and now it is, I think, is it the game coming out on the 16th? I think we're like basically 3 months away from the new game coming out. So I'm gonna be doing almost like a retroactive review. I'm kind of lost. My brain isn't functioning properly since the breathing kind of stopped, but we're going to be talking a little bit about game mode of my team and the good and the bad things throughout the year, and just whether I think it's been a good my team. So, obviously to start off the year, I do feel that 2K trying to make 2 games, trying to make a current gen and a next gen game, with one development, with like 1.5 development teams, and trying to launch both of them on the same day was tough. But I do think the game came with some really just bad flaws at the start. Like how the 100 concept, especially as initially done, like I don't even mind it right now, anyone does. But how the 100 concept, where winning and losing didn't matter, where if you won 4 games, 21-18, or say won 4 games, or say you could win a game 23-21 or 24-22, and you were actually better off losing the game. You were better off quitting out of the game, losing 21-0, rather than winning 24-22 in a close game. How that passed like conversations didn't, like how that was not pulled up made no sense to me, and it still doesn't. This was a game mode that did not need to be touched. I don't even mind the 5 losses. I don't even mind the less ball drops. I don't even care. They're taking most of the MT making out of it. I just think that the way the game mode was at the start was a disaster, but it's been alright. I like how they got, like, I hate how bow crews are so rare, but I like how we now have, like, we're now getting guys in TTO boards, like, during the week, and we're getting guys like Gary Payton, Clay, as well as, like, Larry Nance, these guys being put on boards. I wish it had been done earlier. I wish earlier on in the year we'd seen this, and that's a lot of what we talk about now, is saying, like, I wish we'd seen certain things earlier. So, obviously to start the year, that was a big flaw. See, this game mode needs to be scrapped completely, and so does this game mode right here. Like, if you want to play with the restrictions in my team, like this game, like, again, these 2 game modes had their flaws from last year, and their flaws have not really been addressed. First of all, with Unlimited, unless you complete it, there's no point playing it. Like, unless you plan on winning 53 games, which if you are an average player and you win like 50-60% of your games, or say if you're an average player, you win 50% of your games, to get on a run where you go 12-4, you're probably going to need to win over 100 games. You're probably spending, over the 45 days, 2 hours a day just playing this mode. If you're just playing this mode, you're not going to have a team good enough to compete. Limited, I'm cool with restricted mode. Don't like the fact that it's only on weekends, and don't like the fact that if you miss 1 weekend in a season, you're gonzo. You're done. There should be some form of catch-up. There should be some form of catch-up. I don't like how, if you go on holidays for 3 days, you automatically miss the reward. Because of that, like, I just stopped going for limited rewards. Because I know there's at least 1 weekend during 1 weekend out of 6 that I either want to spend time with my family, that I don't want to be glued to the game. And there's no point playing the mode if you're not going to be able to there for all, if you know there's even 1 weekend out of 6 you can't stop. So that's like a huge flaw that was in the game last year, and it was kind of acceptable if it was in the game last year. It was the first time bringing out the mode, but it's kind of unacceptable having it 2 years in a row. But like, these are basically mistakes from the start, and this is kind of how the game started off. They made Unlimited better. They did. And the fact that you no longer have to go 12-0 is great because of SBMM, but all that SBMM has actually made it is that, like, if you're in Europe, it takes 20 minutes to find a game. Like, it takes me 20 minutes to find a game, and I match the same 10 players over and over again. And the vast majority of those guys are, like, really damn good at the game. These are guys that play this game for money. And, like, I haven't gotten myself out of high bracket SBMM because I won't play Unlimited. But if you go and tank your record and lose by 100 points, like 4 games in a row, and then make sure you don't beat anyone by more than 5 points, you can actually get the reward without playing a single good player. Or if you are somebody like myself I'm 0-0. I haven't played an unlimited game in 2 seasons. If I load into a game, I'm pretty much guaranteed to face a freaking demon, because very few people would like play this game mode in Europe anymore. Thankfully, they took SBMM at Clutch Time. Clutch Time has been a really good addition to my team. I really like it. I like a fast-paced 5v5 mode. What I don't like is the fact that there's set shot clock is 14 seconds. I think 18 is perfect. I think 14 is too short, because if someone full court presses you, you're taking at least 7 seconds to get past, 6-7 seconds to get past the halfway line, and suddenly you got 7 seconds in your offense. You run one pick and roll. That's it. 18 seconds, I think, is the sweet spot between making the game more fast-paced and also making it so that it's not like just too ridiculous. The 14-second shot clock can be a little bit ridiculous at times, but I like it. The draft, man, what the hell is that mode? Like, what? I don't understand whose idea it was. And I like, these are all rants from the start of the year. So again, for the 2K people watching this video, because I know you do, these are all points I made at the start of the year. Why the hell could they did not just make the draft like FIFA, where you open a pack and you get 5 players and you get to see all of them and you get to pick one, instead of you opening a pack of 5 players, you only getting to flip 3 of them and like selecting 2 of those 3. It's like one of the worst parts of packing playoffs. It's like they knew packing playoffs was a disaster, so they took it out of NBA 2K19, but yet they kept one of the worst parts of packing playoffs in, because they couldn't just let go of their idea from 2K18. Maybe they thought, oh, people are going to like it now. No, we didn't like it 4 years ago. We don't like it now. Literally just copy FIFA. Simple as. But in terms of what they've done with content, I do like the way they're going. I do like what they've done this year. From season 1 was okay. Like, you're obviously going to have a slower pace to start season 1. But like, I liked season 1 because you had these type of things. Like, on weekends, we got like the James Harden event, who was one of the best 2 guys in the game. Which for me was a really good thing. And then we actually got like things like these. The Darryl Griffith and DeAndre Jordan challenges. Then in like season 2, we got like nothing. We got nothing really in season 2. And in season 3, we got even less. And like, the devs obviously took nearly a month off for Christmas, and that's understandable. What's not like, what pissed us all off was that we were expecting content, because historically 2K have dropped a lot of content around the Christmas time. And in terms of moments cards and stuff, historically they have, but there was an entire month off. Thankfully, coming into January, on January 7th, I think, 2K came out with Moments of the Month, which is a concept that I like. I don't love it. I do really like it. The Moments of the Month concept was really cool. Starting off getting, I'll say, freaking DeRozan. And after the DeRozan, the Booker. We still haven't seen another Booker, which is hilarious. Then after the Devin Booker, we got the Ja. And then the playoff moments were kind of cool. One thing I didn't like about the playoff moments was that it was like, if a team didn't win, they couldn't get a card. Like, I don't like how it was only the winning teams, because that just meant that we got like so many Celtics players. And so many, like, we've half the damn freaking Celtics team. Like Jaylen Brown, Horford, Smart, Pritchard. Like, we got a damn Pritchard card. Like, there were definitely players who had moments where, heck, Kyrie Irving doesn't have a Dark Matter yet. Why didn't Kyrie Irving get a Dark Matter for game 1? Like, but again, this is something that these are like minor, like, things I'm complaining about now are like minor nitpicks. The real problems I have with the game are about like these modes. Like, about these contents, they're minor nitpicks, because overall it's been good, man. It's been good. The introduction of the limited edition packs, where you could guarantee you pulled a certain player from the packs, is huge. Like, again, everyone knows I'm against packs. Everyone knows I hate them. Everyone knows not even that I hate them. Everyone knows that I hate the fact that they're allowed in games that are for kids. Well, that are 3+ or E for everybody. Like, everyone knows I hate that. But the fact that I know there's packs involved, but a person can still go out and buy the card. So at least I had a little bit of confidence that, like, okay, if a kid really wants Lonzo Ball, they can have Lonzo Ball. Like, I don't mind microtransactions in video games. I really don't. At the end of the day, like saying, oh, you need to get the best card. How is saying, oh, you need to get the best card to win any different than shoe companies saying, oh, you need to get the newest shoe to be better at basketball? It's not. I don't really mind that. It's the literal gambling aspect. Like, shoe companies, you want to buy a pair of... I was about to say, if you want to buy a pair of Kobe's, you can buy a pair of Kobe's. But no, Nike have put them behind freaking limited walls, so you can't just do that. If you want to buy a pair of LeBrons, you can go and buy a pair of LeBrons. Whereas in 2K, in general, if you just want to go and buy a card, you can't really buy a card. I like that with multiples with limited edition. I like the equal chance packs. I do. I think that's a really good addition to the game. In terms of making packs ethically, at least you know you're getting 1 of 5 players. You know it's not a random player. You know there's an equal chance of getting all of them. Like, look, I don't really like it, but it's as ethical a loot box system as there is in video games. And like, look, is it giving like 2K a pat on the back for something that's still probably wrong? Maybe. But at the end of the day, they don't have to. And they might be making more money otherwise. But they are making it slightly more ethical, I guess. Maybe they know, like, I'm praying for the day when law makes it so that these are outlawed. But, because I think my team's still going to exist. They're just going to make it like we have to buy players at VC. I don't think that's going to be much of a difference. But, like, I like that. I think it's like, maybe it's giving props for still, like, it's like the least of all the evils anyway. I like swish packs. I like the swish and takeoff packs have been great for Tuesday content. Promos and cards, they are what they are. I don't care. Like, really, I'm gonna be honest. Promos and stuff just are what they are. One thing that I like is the metamorphosis concept, and we also see it with Evos. That you can now change animations with Evos. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with it as long as it's not brought in too early. I don't think it was. This is brought in April the 1st. I think by April the 1st, that's good enough time that you can bring in stuff like this and it's not going to really affect the game. We're already kind of past the game. We've got one thing that I really liked about Season 7 was this. Where is it? These. The Zero Gravity Rewards. The Richard Jefferson, the 25 days in a row. Sorry, from Season 6. This was such a cool concept. Logging in every day to see what a new card was. Like, man, I was like excited for Giannis. I was like, Jesus, 6'8" point guard, Vit. And I was like, Jesus, I'm going to use Grant Williams. Like, I legitimately used... I still, to this day, when I'm playing TT offline, play on next gen and use Luka Doncic. If I'm grinding TT offline, Luka's being used. I've used DeAndre Hunter in my squad for a while, and he's held his own. Vinny was a damn beast. Will Barton was really nice. Rick Smith was good. Rocco was really good. He was the worst player I ever used. Francis was really good, and Jefferson was really good. It was something interesting to look forward to. So I really liked that. Season 5, Power Within. I didn't mind Season 5 too much. Because, like, we had a few big grinds. Like, we had the Moments of the Month grind. Then we had, like, the Spotlight grind. I didn't mind Season 4 too much because, again, we had, like, a few big grinds throughout that. We had a Moments of the Month in Season 4. As well as that, we had, say, the All-Star Awards. We had all of these cards. Obviously not worth it now, but they were at the time. Which I thought was interesting, at least. Getting all these All-Star Awards. I think I completed everything except, because I didn't want Blake. I completed everything except Blake on my account at the time. Which was cool. So, honestly, outside of, like, that spell in Season 3, where we really kind of were looking at it downhill, I think Season 1 was fine. I think Season 2 took a step back from Season 1. I think Season 3 took a step back from Season 2. Because how great Season 3 was in NBA 2K21, it did take a huge step back. But from Season 4 onwards, it's been good. And Season 6 and 7 have been perfect. Like, I don't think you need to do, like, a Zero Gravity Reward type thing every season. Like, maybe make, especially with 2K23, have this maybe one of the seasons. And I still don't mind what they're doing with content this year, or this season either. I love what they're doing with content this season. There's constantly free cards. There's constant things to grind for. Like, I got them beat in a day, but, like, at the end of the day, like, it's not meant to be gotten in a day. I got a lot of good cards here. We've gotten our new dominations if you want to do those doms. So overall, I think it's been a good year. Going into 2K23, I think there needs to be a little more of a plan for maybe not so good content, but a little more consistent content going into next year for seasons probably 2 and 3. And this is one thing I would really like to see, say, in 2K23, is that you see the way nowadays what they're doing with promos, where you got, say, like the Gamma promo, and it's only these Gamma extras where it's Mikhail and Fisher on like boards and stuff. What I would love to see is what they did with Flash Glitch with James Harden, the very start of the year. I think it might have been, was it Flash 1? Flash 2? It was Flash 2, it was Flash 2. But if you look at Flash Glitched, is Harden in rewards? Harden must have been in rewards, because he was a reward card. But basically, I would love to see, instead of just cards being put in TTO boards, one card from every promo being put into agendas. So like every single Friday, there is one card with agendas. And obviously at the start of the year, make them like, say if Diamonds are the top tier, make it like an Amethyst. And then there's obviously a bunch of stuff that you guys can grind for in this, like in here. Make it like it's a 2-hour grind every Friday. So over the weekend, suddenly you get a free Amethyst, and then that's going to help us build our squads. It's a little bit like what FIFA do with their cards. And then every Tuesday drop do the same thing. Say if it's like Diamond is the highest tier, maybe an Amethyst, maybe on Tuesdays give us a free Ruby. Like something like that, just to, so they're not quite like stopping people from paying, but it does kind of give us something to do consistently, a little bit like what FIFA do and EA do. But I really like the way 2K have ended the year. They've brought back the concepts of like mid-season duos, and they brought duos back that are really good. They brought back the like Evo cards, that like Evo previous cards in the game, which is a concept that I've really liked. It was a concept we all really liked in NBA 2K20, and it's something they brought back. I like the endgame concept. I do. Like everyone knows that endgame in 2K, the only thing that matters is animations and jump shots and player build. So why not? Like, it's already unrealistic. Why not just throw it all out the window? I like the endgame concept. I really do. Like, some endgame cards aren't going to be that much better than invincible cards. For example, there's no way that endgame base 3 Steph is going to be that much better than Steph. But, yeah, it's a concept that I like. So, overall, how would I rate this as a game mode? First, like, gameplay-wise, I find this to be probably the most frustrating 2K ever, because their AI is programmed in a way that I think it's programmed really well to work as just an AI. But it's also, if you try to do anything yourself, it jumbles up the AI. Whereas in current gen, the AI is not as good, so you have to do a lot more things yourself. Like, it's kind of a tough one. Gameplay wise, it is simultaneously, I think it is the best 2K game as far as the least things wrong with it as a video game for casuals playing. But it is also, if you are good at the game, one of the worst 2K games, because of the way it can be incredibly easily exploited. The way the AI is, the way the game is, it is simultaneously even the best game if you are just playing on your couch with your friends, if you're playing some micro, if you're playing casually, which is probably 75% of the player base. So like, we have to look at it like that. But at the same time, for like the 25% that are trying to take it seriously, maybe it's a lower percentage than that. I'm not even gonna lie. Could be a lower percentage. It's probably the most frustrating game in 2K. Like, I think I definitely have complained so much about it, because at the level I play at, you can laugh all you want, like, you're probably a high level player as well if you're watching this video. At the level we all play at, it can be a very frustrating experience. But sitting there with my roommates playing the game on a couch, watching them just play the game, they don't really notice any of the crap. They don't notice the way AI moves. We just know the game too much. We're just too much like in-game nerds that it's more frustrating to us when something goes wrong. So gameplay wise, I think in general it's like a 8 out of 10 basketball game. I don't think it's at 2K19 level, because just the fluidity of movement isn't there like 2K19. I prefer 2K21 next gen, but it's a lot better than 2K21 current gen. It's a lot better than 20. So it's probably like a 7 out of 10 gameplay wise. I think the My Team game mode, I would give the last 2 seasons a 9.5 out of 10. I would give season 7, season 6 a 9.5 out of 10. And my only like minor complaint about either of those seasons was that I wish the losing teams, if their players had good enough games, got playoff cards. That's my only minor complaint, and that's like the most minor complaint possible. I would give those 2 seasons honestly a like 9.5 out of 10. I'd give season 5 like a 7. Season 4 like a 7.5. Season 3 a 3. Maybe 2 out of 10. Season 2 a 5. No, actually season 3 had clutch time. Clutch time came in, so I'll give it a 4 out of 10. In season 1 I'll give it a 7. I'll give season 1 a 7. So if we're overall looking at the game as a whole, I think rating as a 7.5 out of 10 is probably good. I hope that they take some of the stuff from... The only thing is with this year is that, like I was saying, it was unacceptable to make the same mistakes twice in a row. Making the same mistakes 3 times in a row, like keeping the same unlimited system for 1 more year will be a disaster. There's a reason why. Like, again, it takes me 25 minutes to find a game. I'm pretty sure nobody plays this mode. In the grand scheme of things, I'm pretty sure the numbers are dwindling every year on people playing this mode. The easiest way to play this mode, to make this mode, I'm going to make a whole video about it, is let it be known that SPMM's in the game. I know that you refuse to admit it, but it's literally true. It's in the game. But we play unlimited. We have an SPMM. We have a skill score. You try to match people up with their skill scores. And for every game, you get like a certain amount of points. And there's no negative points like in 2K19 or 18. If you lose, your skill ranking can go down, but your points don't go down. So like say if I'm skill rank 2000 and I face someone whose skill rank is 1000 and I beat them by like 40, I might only get 100 points. But if I play someone whose skill rank is 2500 and I beat them by 5, I get like 200 points. Just make some sort of system like that. And at the end of every week, depending on how many points you get a prize. You get a prize. And then do what they do like in FIFA, where it's like a leaderboard. Your prizes go like, say, I don't know, if you get in the like top 10%, whatever that is, you get like a 10-pack box. You get a 10-pack box, 50 tokens, and 50,000 MT. Like just that at the end of every week. Of whatever the newest batch of cards are. And then, I don't know, maybe like a ranking system where it's like if you're number 1, you get like a 20-pack box, 150,000 MT, you get a bunch of stuff, and it's like number 2 to 10. And then after top 10, if you're ranked outside that in points, you're in the like next bracket for next 10%, and then the next 10%, and the next 10%. And like the only way to really play enough games and get the points is by being like high bracket SBMM and sweating out the game. But also at the end of every week you get your rewards, rather than just playing for one big card at the end of it. And maybe you can have like a separate system. Maybe you can call it My Team Unrestricted, and in My Team Restricted. My Team Restricted, a game mode is not for weekends, and every single week there's new restrictions. I don't know, maybe that's where you put in all the like tiers. All the tiers and then a card at the end. And then at the weekend league, just bring it in. I know competitive My Team's kind of dying, but like it just needs to be there. So yeah, honestly, a horrible start. I'm gonna say it. I don't know why I gave season 1 like a 7 out of 10. Season 1 was like a 5. I keep forgetting how bad the game modes were, and they broke TTO. How bad the draft was. So season 1, I'm gonna give it like a. I'm gonna say starting off really badly. Season 2, they fixed a lot of the problems and they fixed the 100 concept. They kind of helped Unlimited with Showdown and stuff. Season 2 wasn't great, but it was okay. I liked some of the things in Season 1 though. Season 3 was terrible. Outside of clutch time, outside the day it was released. Season 2 was terrible. Season 3 was terrible. Season 4 brought it back. Moments in a Month. All-Star. Actually, I think Season 4 had... Was Well, season 3, the last, very end of season 3 actually had a moment of the month. Maybe that salvages season 3 a little bit. But season 4 was okay. Season 5 was alright, and then 6 and 7 have been spectacular. So yeah, that's it. 9 months later, 3 months to go till a new game. For me anyway, that's my truth about NBA 2K22 My Team. But that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.